Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I don't know when you're watching this, or even if you're watching this, you may be listening and not watching, and that works too. For those who weren't with us yesterday, I'm in my office at the seniors' home where I am now the chaplain. I read a children's book yesterday, and I indicated then I'd be reading more throughout this week. I hope you can stay with me. The idea being these stories, in their own sense, become parables for you and me to take lessons from. And today I'm reading one of my absolute favorite Robert Munsch stories. The title of the story is Moira's Birthday. And again, if it starts to get a little long, I'll jump to the end so that you don't lose interest. One day, Moira went to her mother and said, "For my birthday, I want to invite grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, and kindergarten." Her mother said, "Are you crazy? That's too many kids." So Moira went to her father and said, "For my birthday, I want to invite grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, and kindergarten." Her father said, "Are you crazy? That's too many kids. For your birthday, you can invite 6 kids. Just 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And no kindergarten." So Moira went to school and invited 6 kids. But a friend who had not been invited came up and said, "Oh, Moira, could I please come to your birthday party?" Moira said, "Oh, okay." By the end of the day, Moira had invited grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, and kindergarten. But she didn't tell her mother and father. She was afraid they might get upset. On the day of the party, someone knocked at the door. Rat, 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 rat. Moira opened it up and saw 6 kids. Her father said, "Oh, that's it, 6 kids. Now we can start the party." Moira said, "Well, let's wait just 1 minute." So they waited 1 minute, and something knocked on the door like this. Blam, 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 blam. The father and mother opened the door, and they saw grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, and kindergarten. The kids ran in right over the father and mother. When the father and mother got up off the floor, they saw kids in the basement, kids in the living room, kids in the kitchen, kids in the bedrooms, kids in the bathroom, and kids on the roof. They said, "Moira, how are we going to feed all these kids?" Moira said, "Don't worry, I know what to do." She went to the telephone and called a place that made pizzas. She said, "To my house, please send 200 pizzas." The lady at the restaurant yelled, "200 pizzas? Are you crazy? That's 200 pizzas is too many pizzas." "Well, that's what I want," said Moira. "We'll send 10, said the lady. "Just 10. 10 is all we can send right now." And then she hung up. Then Moira called the bakery. She said, "To my house, please send 200 birthday cakes." The man at the bakery yelled, 200 birthday cakes? Are you crazy? That's too many birthday cakes." "Well, that's what I want," said Moira. "We'll send 10, said the man. "Just 10? 10 is all we can send right now." Then he hung up. So a great big truck came and poured just 10 pizzas into Moira's front yard. Another truck came and poured just 10 birthday cakes into Moira's front yard. The kids looked at that pile of stuff and they all yelled, "Food!" They opened their mouths as wide as they could and ate up all the pizzas and birthday cakes in just 5 seconds. Then they all yelled, "More food!" "Uh-oh," said the mother. "We need lots more food or there's not going to be a party at all. Who could get us more food fast?" The 200 kids yelled, "We will!" and ran out the door. They waited several hours, and I'm going to skip through some of this. Finally, there was that same blam, 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 blam on the door, and the kids arrived with the greatest potluck dinner you could ever think of. They had items of food you won't find on any menu. I don't think so, anyway. Not in the northern, not in the what am I trying to say? Not in the American continent. You may find some of it elsewhere, I think. Anyway, within a couple of minutes after they arrived, all the food was eaten, but all those kids, quite a mess. And of course, all those kids brought presents. So think of a house full of presents and untidy as well. And you can imagine just how happy Moira's parents were. "Who," asked the father, "is going to clean up this mess?" "I have an idea," said Moira. She yelled, "Anybody who helps to clean up gets to take home a present." 200 kids cleaned up the house in just 5 minutes. Then each kid took a present and went out the door. "Phew," said the mother. "I'm glad that's over." "Phew," said the father. "I'm glad that's over." "Uh-oh," said Moira. "I think I hear a truck." A great big dump truck came and poured 190 pizzas into Moira's front yard. The driver said, "Here's the rest of your pizzas." Then another dump truck came and poured 190 birthday cakes into Moira's front yard. The driver said, "Here's the rest of your birthday cakes." "How," said the father, "are we going to get rid of all this food?" "Oh, that's easy," said Moira. "We'll just have to do it again tomorrow. Have another birthday party. And let's invite grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, and kindergarten." Don't you just love it? I love it. It hurt me to leave out parts, really. It's really that good a story. What am I going to do with this, you say? The Sam Harrington story from yesterday was pretty obvious when you realize that Sam Harrington was the Good Samaritan. In this case, Moira isn't representative of, well, she is, but it's a bigger stretch of imagination to pull the two together. But do you know what I thought of when I first read that story, or heard that story read, actually? I fell in love with it when someone else read it. It may have been Munch himself on a video or something. But I got to thinking, Moira possessed such a huge heart. She loved everybody in her little school, likely of 6th grades and kindergarten. She had a birthday party coming up. She wanted every one of them to come to her birthday party. Now, her parents, being pragmatic, realized you can't really do that, and no parent is going to do that. Well, not many parents would do it. They'd have to have a lot of money to do it. But Moira is not held. Now, is she disobedient? Yes. In a manner of speaking, she was. But when you understand how it all unfolded and why Moira was such a loving kid and wanted all of her friends and connections to be there, all I could think about was how the Bible talks about that great wedding banquet and the end of the age and the gathering of the peoples from every nation, every race, every color, every language, every, and kindergarten. Really. The love of God for humanity is such. He gave his one and only Son. We receive his love. The whole world can be redeemed. You know the Bible verse. We learned it early on in our lives. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. And of course, as salvationists, we always believed in child or children salvation. And many of us started out that way. I just want you to know, if in case you missed the invitation, that there's a party coming, and you're invited, and I hope to see you there.